Okay, so today we're going to be doing our very first video, the new format here on the channel. We're relaunching Simply Being Shipley's cigar review channel, and we're going to start it out talking about this guy right here. This is the Eye of the Tiger. I'm sorry. This is the Arturo Fuente Don Carlos Eye of the Shark. Now, it is somewhat of a box press pyramid shape, although it is rounded at the tip, which is really neat. I'll show you what that's for in a moment. But it is a shape that is very similar to the Eye of the Shark, or the shark shape of the Opus X. It doesn't flare out as wide at the bottom, but other than that, it's very, very similar to the Shark Opus X in how it's formed. So let's tear it, open it, and clip it and get moving on with this review. And I hope you enjoy this. Okay, now this rounded in. When it comes to a true pyramid, a true point, then you have to use a format of cutter similar to this that is open all the way through. The beauty to the blunt rounding here is that you can now use one that has a backing on it, just like you would a normal rounded tip cigar, like that. Do a test draw. Still not quite what I would like. Do one more. Much, much better. So you can tailor it to exactly the type of draw that you want, taking off an exact measured amount by using a cutter with a backing. Now, of course, the box pressing has some advantages. One, it's a very good feel in the hand. Two, and this is a little bit of an opinion. Some people agree with this, some don't. But I definitely feel that it's true. Excuse the noise of the traffic passing by outside. I feel that it's true is that when it is box press, it forces the oils in the different layers and different leaves of the package, the whole unit itself, to intermix and to have more of a blended mellow flavor. So I enjoy box presses. I notice a difference. Maybe it's all in my head. That's a matter of opinion, but it's definitely my preferred way to go is with a good box press cigar. So let's get this lighted, see how it tastes. My trusty carry Zippo. Now, before I light this beautiful, expensive cigar, let's talk about the Zippo. There is a lot of opinion out there about what lighter fluid does to the flavor of a cigar. And we're going to cover opinions and facts on that in a later video. So I welcome to see you back again when that happens. In the meantime, I'm going to use my carry Zippo, the one that I carry with me, that I'm okay with it getting scratched and dented and things like that, because this is my designated use lighter. This is my favorite lighter. I'm going to use that to light this puppy up. This is very tasty, very creamy. Let's let it get going, get that foot set in there really good. An average amount of smoke. A very light, to me, almost like a leathery chocolate start. Very clean. It's hard to describe what that is, but you can tell when you smoke a cigar that just tastes very clean, very pure, very, I don't know. I don't have another word for it but clean. Okay, we're going to call this shape a shark. That means that the foot or the part of the cigar you light is slightly thicker and wider than the rest of the box press as it tapers up, eventually ending in a rounded pyramid end that you clip to light. It's 5 3/4 inches by 52 gauge. And right now it's going for in the neighborhood of about $50 a stick. Now, the wrapper is Cameroon, the binder and filler are both Dominican. I am just not surprised at all about how perfect this cigar is. It is extremely well made, which you would expect from Fuente. I can't say enough. This is an amazing construction on here that I don't think anybody else could pull off in quite the same way. This is a very good cigar. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the channel coming up as we start to get into this and the flavors start to develop. We're going to have two main branches on the channel, two playlists, if you will. One's going to be about cigar reviews, where the other is going to be about cigar news and history. I have some pretty fun things planned. I hope that you'll join me and enjoy this. As we grow the channel, we're going to be adding on all the other things like Discord, Patreon, things like that. Secretly, and this is probably the only time I'm going to mention it, so you heard it first. Ultimately, secretly, my plan is to establish a cigar lounge here in my local area, which is Boulder, Colorado. And we're going to be building up to that. So join us for the entire journey. Be a part of everything that's going to be happening. It's going to be fun. Before the light, the cold draw was very smooth and full of rich floral notes. The box press body makes holding the cigar a pleasure, while the torpedoed end feels really good in the mouth. Now the flavors are very impressive on this. The main flavors that I got started right away with dark chocolate and vanilla. Milk chocolate came on in the middle along with sugar and spice, and the end had a very strong cream and leather mix. The draw and the burn is very consistent as you saw in the video. I'm very happy with the way that the cigar burned, how the draw stayed consistent throughout. Now, the shape of the cigar definitely leads into how the flavors change and mold. It's a really ingenious idea by Fuente. So the names of these cigars. Fuente has a plethora of very unusual names, all the way from Eye of the Shark, Eye of the Bull, the Tiger Shark, all kinds of unusual names in his conventions. But he is a genius when it comes to blending. I don't understand the names so much, but I do know that his blends are amazing, and his control of all the details, such as the shape. As this cigar narrowed slightly, coming down and then rapidly increased to the very end of the cigar where it is very narrow, the ratio of wrapper to filler to binder was consistently changing, and that had a dramatic effect on the flavor profile progression. You cannot deny the genius of this man. Now, of course, the manufacturer is Arturo Fuente. The Don Carlos Eye of the Shark was actually Cigar Aficionado's 2017 Cigar of the Year. Arturo took the blend of his father, made very special alterations to it, but it is still very close to the original blend his father created. The tobaccos are aged at least 10 years and include a Cameroon wrapper. As you probably already know, this is important because not only does the Cameroon give a certain type of sweetness, but the flavor profile is just simply complementary to the wrappers and the filler that he chose. Again, not to continue on beating a particular dead horse, by changing the ratios with altering the body shape, the effect is quite amazing. If you wanted to take a tour of brands, which is where you pick one brand and try every cigar by that brand, you will find no better consistent top to bottom in the cigar line brand than Arturo Fuente's offerings. They are all impeccable. The best construction, the best quality leaves, the best aging, the best consistency. I will say Perdomo is right up there with them on consistency, but in just sheer tour de force quality, whether it's from their unique offerings to their everyday offerings, there is no better lineup than the Arturo Fuente cigars. At about a third of the way in, you'll see that the ash is consistent and strong. There's no damage or unraveling of the wrapper. Okay, so at this point, the ash has finally fallen off. It is a little bit over an inch in when this happened. Very solid ash, very, very consistent as we saw earlier. Soon we're going to be having to take the band off the cigar, and this will be added to the collection. Okay, as we just said, the ash has fallen off. Let's go ahead and get the band taken off because it's getting close to that, and I do not want to burn this beautiful band. You know, there's a lot of cigar makers out there that put a lot of effort into their bands. Arturo Fuente is one of the absolute best when it comes to the bands. The heat from the cigar has loosened up the sticky. So we're able to very gently pull back and release the band without doing any damage to the band itself. There we go. No damage to the cigar. The band came out whole. Oops. In and of itself, the band is a very thick wrapper, lots of foil on it that's overlaid on the thick paper. It's almost a parchment-like paper. These things are designed to last, and just quality throughout the cigar, everything about it. Okay, so we are now at just right about the halfway point. It has, again, been very consistent, as you can see. There's absolutely no need for any touch-ups. The entire cigar has been smoking evenly all the way down, even though I have been smoking it just a little bit faster than normal because I want to be able to get this video in to you guys. Now you will see right there on the top as I rotate it down a little bit of separation on the wrapper, but it doesn't go all the way through. It's the area that was covered by the band. It didn't pull away with the band, but it did, as the heat started to hit it, it did crack just a little bit up there. But again, it's a surface. It doesn't go through the wrapper, let alone the binder. So no complaints at all. Flavor very consistent. Super happy with the cigar. So we're definitely at the 1/3 point left on the cigar. It does have a pretty good impact at this point. So although it's very clean and very consistent, Again, the burn is still super even. The draw on it's very good. Everything about it is good, but it's building. And it's reached that point where you can start to feel the cigar, feel the buzz. I am not a light cigar smoker. I smoke frequently, and I smoke heavy cigars. That's my choice. That's my preference. I love the flavors. I love the intensity. This cigar can sneak up on you. You have to be ready for its consistent building of punch. But it's not unpleasant. It is very, very good. It's definitely one you're going to feel, though. Now, as you can see in this picture, the ash did break when I was trying to take the photograph, but just look at that structure and layering on the ash. Okay, as you can see, we're in the final little bit of the cigar now. We're going to be wrapping the videos up in just a moment. I'm going to finish up the cigar, and then I'll be back to say a few final words, and we'll go from there. I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you. Okay, as you already know, I love this cigar. All the flavors, construction, after effects, everything is nearly perfect. I definitely recommend that you try this. Here's my ratings on a scale of 1 to 10. The build is a 10, the draw is a 10, the flavor is a 9, smoothness is a 9, and the consistency is a 10. Yes, definitely this cigar is worth purchasing by the box. If you haven't had one, you need to go out and get some. Get some before they're all gone. I'll see you on the next video.